My dog, my dog.
Hi.
Lock the door. There we go. All right, y'all. We back with another episode of Days with Days, and I have the pleasure of having one of the flyest people, not only in the city but in the world. You know, Miss Jameelah. How you doing today?
I'm good. And how are you?
I'm great. I'm blessed. You know, and listen, before we get started, I want to say thank you for having us in your lovely space here.
You're welcome.
And inviting us in because we want to come and break bread with you. We know we ain't got no bread, we ain't got no food, but we want to come in and talk with you and and discuss some things that's going on in your life.
Okay.
So first and foremost, I want to say y'all should go check out her page, get some of this fly gear. PASE. Let's talk about PASE a little bit.
Okay.
So I know you've mentioned it on set. And that's right. We're gonna get to that later.
Okay.
I know you mentioned on set that you named your company after your nephew.
Correct.
Let's go. Let's dive into it. Talk to us about your fashion sense and like what you expect from PASE. Your clothing brand and everything like that.
So, like you said, PASE is named after my first nephew, the person who made me an auntie, the first out of the nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his nickname, PASE. So I just named it after him. Changed the C to an S because that's how his is.
Yeah.
It's short for pesos, money.
Gotcha.
Just to let you know. But yeah, named it after him, and it's more of a cozy vibe fit. A lot of people seem to feel like I kind of dumbed it down because I actually do make clothes.
Yeah.
I do make clothes like wedding dresses, prom dresses, suits.
Yeah.
But I like to be fly and cozy.
Gotcha.
I want something that everybody can wear. You can wear it to the airport, to the popular Walmart where somebody might see you, but you still fly,
Facts.
So
Facts.
if I want those clothes, why not make those clothes for everybody else too?
Yeah, for sure. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everyone should have something of yours because not only should we support, let me take my shades off. Not only should we support Black-owned businesses, we should support Black female-owned businesses as well. Put my shades back on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Because you meant business.
I meant it. So now we're going to talk about something that a lot of people may not know about you before we get back into the clothing.
Okay.
And this is, we letting the cat out the bag just a little bit. You're acting. So we have, my first time meeting you was at the premiere for The Good, the Bad, and the Lucky. And, excuse me, I remember Snook, shout out to Snook, my dog. I remember Snook, we was talking about this special project, and we're going to keep it under wraps right now what that special project is. You ain't heard nothing about it. So Snook was like, bro, I think Jameelah would be perfect for this role. And I was like, oh, she asked? He was like, I don't know. And I remember I was like, okay, well, you want her to audition or something? He said, nah, she gonna be the person. I said, okay, cool. So when Snook said something like that, I listened, and I remember he said he wanted you to come to the premiere, and we met at the premiere that day. And shortly after that, I think we had a table read.
Yep.
And you killed it. And so I want you to go into how did you feel about getting into acting, and how you feel now that you're an actor. Y'all will see it soon.
At first, okay, when you guys first asked me, I was super excited because I was like, what? I don't act, I don't act. That's not what I do. I just get fly, That's it. But I was super excited. But then I was like, oh, we don't act.
Yeah.
We got scripts. We're having table reads, right? So I was like, oh, hold on. Because I'm really a procrastinator. I work best under pressure, but I said, hold on, I got to know these lines.
Yeah.
I was really studying.
Oh, I know.
But once we started doing it and we was able to feel each other's energy and kind of put our own twist on it, and I really was able to become my character, it just seemed like so much fun. We just started having fun instead of it being something working. It was just all fun.
For sure. I was pleasantly surprised. Not that I didn't think you could act, but acting is not an easy task. As you know, like you said, you have to remember your lines, your blocking, you have to know what's going on around you. So the fact that when we started working, you were so easily coachable in that way too, to where it's hey, you would ask questions hey, am I doing this right? Yeah, you are, but probably cheat yourself out this way a little bit more. And you and Snook's connectivity, and Snook is one of those people too, to where I've known Snook for 15, oh, shoot, almost 20 years now. How old am I?
Ooh.
That's neither here nor there. But I've known Snook for a long time. And I know like his main thing is connectivity and trying to get to know someone. So when the idea came about of you playing the role that you was going to play, he was like, I just got to get to know her a little bit. Yeah. And I know he was saying like he would just call you just to check up on you sometimes. Y'all have these conversations. And then that turned into not only acting, but us having these long FaceTime calls and coming up with scripts. And I want to dive into that too about like, again, I want to go into all of your superpowers. Yeah, I call them superpowers people have. How do you feel about, because I want people to know these things, right? Like when y'all see what y'all gonna see that we in together, just know that she was putting pen to pad as well. So she's writing and creating as well. So how do you feel about writing now? Like getting into that well, because you went from not acting at all to acting and like directing and writing scripts and coming up with concepts. So how do you feel about that?
I feel great. I might feel a little bit more excited about that than being in front of the camera. And I say that because even when like my homeboys will send me like their new songs, I'll be like, oh, you gotta let me direct it. Like I that creative in me, just like I just see how something can just be put together. And it like really excites me. It's like it's just another part of being able to be creative.
Got you. Do you think that comes from being like say you are creative, but you also like you are the person, like you said, you making the clothes. So you're actually creating. So like similar to me, like when I'm making music, it's like I'm creating this music from nothing. So when I get to a point where I can like direct or stuff like that, I feel the same way. Acting sometimes it's like, I like being in front of the camera, but behind the camera is like the most fun, right? So I feel like we share that in common to where it's like you're creating your clothes and now you're creating this content, this music, this, you used to create the music as well, right? And then, now with the television stuff, I think is amazing. So I want to talk to you a little bit about like your fashion sense a little bit more. So who did you like, I don't want to say get your fashion sense from, because sometimes it's in you, it's not on you. You feel me? Or is it I don't know how to say it, go to young people say it. but I know, like, for me, I looked at certain people, like, coming up, and I was like, oh, he fly. Like, who's your earliest memory of, like, the person you saw and was like, oh, they fly? And then how you turned that into, like, I want to be fly. Like, or did you come out the womb with just, Givenchy on already? So,
my earliest memory, I might be showing my age a little bit, but my earliest memory is Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Missy Elliott, MTV Cribs. I'll never forget when she got to her closet, she had so many sneakers. And I was like, Mom, I want that many sneakers. Like, immediately, I was like, I got to have that many sneakers. Missy Elliott. But I do have, like, plenty of pictures, like, on Easter where I'm literally the only girl in a suit. My mom said she used to fight with me to try to wear a dress, and eventually it was like, whatever. I'm the only one in a suit. We used to do these fashion shows during family reunions. I'm the only one with like 2 different shoes on. So, I came out the womb like that.
Yeah. So the diaper was Givenchy.
But my mom is really into fashion as well. Okay. She would put you in the mind of like Janet Jackson. Okay. She loves Janet Jackson so much. She wears a lot of black. But fashionable, a lot of trip pants from like Hot Topic. She loves those platform shoes. My dad is also very fashionable. Him being a Muslim, with suit, bow tie, the flyest suit and the flyest bow tie.
Facts.
So,
I love that. And listen, I stopped trying to, we was on set and there was so many sneakers on set between me, you, Snook. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my gosh. I was just tired of competing. I was like, I'm not breaking nothing else out. I'm not pulling no more shoes out because, and then Snook was trying to be sneaky. You ain't tell me you was bringing those. And at some point, like, in black as well, like we had like y'all will see what y'all will see, but it was so many sneakers on set.
It was just crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who wear my size so I can like, that might be my size right there. But okay, so I love that. I love that because Missy Elliott, a lot of people don't give her flowers as far as just being like super fly, not only in fashion, but like her videos, her directing, her music, her style, like her hairstyles and things like that. So I know earlier we was talking off camera and like I said, I want to dive into all the superpowers. Okay. So, because I want people to know these things so they can come and, hit your DMs up Get in them DMs, and because you like that, you like pesos. We like that money. When that money call, we like to say here days. Hello, because my phone is always open for that money. Even if it's dead, that phone will ring. What?
Come through.
That must
One
be
way
money
or another.
call. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about like some extra stuff that you do as well. Mm-hmm. So you make wigs, right?
Well, do wigs, not make wigs.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
You do wigs.
Yeah, you're just a man.
I am just a man. I don't wear wigs. I'm not gonna share what's underneath this hat. I would put one on. If you got one that's gonna lay down with the wave, I'll be your first male client. But you also, with the nails, can you show the camera the nails? Show the camera the nails, Blue. Show them the ring. Look, see, you know what I'm saying? Many talents, so people should come check you out.
Yeah.
So back to PASE, right? Mm-hmm. So can we talk a little bit more about like your new collection? I know you just did the show with Max Goods last week. How did it go, first and foremost?
It went like phenomenal. I've done fashion shows before. I've never been one how people like get a table at an event. That was my very first time having a table at an event. I get overwhelmed really fast. So I always felt like, oh my gosh, I have to be on the forefront. And again, with a fashion show, I'm behind because I'm not walking. People are walking, So with that, I'm like, I got to be at the table. I got to make sure I have this and that and this and that. What if multiple people ask me questions like anxiety, So that was my first time, but it was so good. I kid you not, they opened the doors at 7:30, and I remember checking my phone at 8:01. I only had one pair of pants hanging up.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I remember Max saying, "Oh, you put your hoodies up," and I was like, "No, I sold them." He was like, "I was like, yeah." He was like, "That made me feel good." I was like, "That makes me feel great."
Let's get a clap. Oh, that's amazing because I know the first time I wore one of your shirts, I was in the Know That video, and a few people was asking me about it. I was like, go check her out. And then now when you got, I love the jersey.
Thank you.
I was a little jealous when I saw the jersey because I wanted it first. I like to have my stuff.
I get it. But
it's okay. Shout out to Max. It looked amazing. Mm-hmm. I loved it. Listen, everybody should have some PASE on because seriously. It's fire. So let's talk about where you want to take PASE in the next year or so.
So I do have a goal to get a storefront.
Okay.
I do want a storefront. I'm not going to say in the next year or so, but I want a storefront here, and I definitely want a storefront back home in Boston.
Gotcha.
For sure. I want to do my own pop-up. Mm-hmm. I emphasize on my own because I know a lot of times people have pop-ups and then they have other vendors.
Yeah.
But I do want that first one to be just PASE.
Yeah.
Just PASE, that's it. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, down the line, I'll have other ones with other great, designers or creators in general. Mm-hmm. And I definitely want to do like an urban streetwear fashion show, for sure. I love doing fashion shows.
I love that. All right, we're going to do something different, Blues.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jameelah. I'm sorry. I call her a different name. I haven't did this on the show yet, but since I have you here, I want to do something different. Mount Rushmore of fashion designers.
Okay.
Right? But, Mount Rushmore of fashion designers. I just want to see who you putting up there, like who you look at, and you're like, not only is I'm a fan of them, mm-hmm. but like you're in the competition with them too, because like you said, like you're in this world too. Like you don't make just clothes to compete with the person down the street who makes clothes. It's everyone who makes clothes, right? Okay. So who would you put in that for? That Mount Rushmore of fashion designers.
Rick Owens, of course.
Okay.
Well, hold on, let me think. Miu Miu.
Okay.
For sure. Another one that I really, really like, that I feel like, I want to say it's the new generation. Mm-hmm. They try to dumb it down like it's cheap. And for some reason, it just really reminds me of old money. Mm-hmm. Coach.
Okay, yeah.
I really like Coach. Mm-hmm. And let's see, let me think. Balenciaga.
Yeah. That's a nice 4.
Balenciaga.
That's a nice 4.
Yeah.
And if we had to add 5, we're gonna put PASE in there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put Jameelah in there because that's what we do.
Because why not?
Yeah, and we listen on here on this show. We like to have. I'm pretty sure you've heard this a million times now, but Lamborghinis on the show, because to be a Lamborghini, you have to know you're a Lamborghini, right? Because there's a lot of people who are Lamborghinis, but they're dressed up as Hondas. And you're like, hey, what's underneath there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Lambo under there.
Yeah.
I heard the engine roar, but you was dumbing it down. So I love the fact that you've been like taking chances and you stepping out there. And I remember us, being on set and you was wearing your own stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's fire. Where you get it from? And then, like I said, Snook got some custom pieces. I ain't tripping off the custom pieces. They were hard though. They were hard. But I love that you are stepping into the Lamborghini world, right? And I know you spoke about being from Boston, right? Let's talk about Boston a little bit more, like the influences as far as like on fashion up there, like what they could have on you. Like does Boston's I haven't been to Boston ever in my life. I've been to New York a ton of times, but Boston, I haven't been in Boston. So I'm not too familiar with like the Boston fashion, right? How would you describe it up there, like to people who haven't been there?
It's so many people there. It's right there at the border. So a lot of like immigrants, you just have so many different cultures. Whereas down south, you just kind of see Mexican, Asian, black, white. There you got the Jamaicans, you have the Haitians, you're just so many people, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, you just don't have just Mexicans, so many people, so many different cultures, so many different styles. I will say growing up, a lot of Adidas.
Gotcha. Okay.
I seem to ask people, even Snook, love sneakers. I'm like, you ever heard of Equipment? And I'm like, huh? A lot of people don't know what Equipment Adidas are. I used to wear them to school. Like I'm going home in the summertime. That's what I'm going school shopping at. Yeah. It's too slow down here. I'm not with it. Yeah. So, they're more up on what's going on, up on fashion, up on music. A lot of stuff in the summer I would hear up there, and then here they don't know what it is. Yeah. Even down to Facebook and Instagram, when I was going for the summer home, they're like, oh, you got to get this. You got to get this. Literally, I had no following from here because nobody had it yet. Yeah. They're still on MySpace. So it's just a little bit more faster. Yeah. A lot more fashion, a lot more just different pieces you can look at. A lot of more pieces than what's trending for outfits people have on pieces. Yeah. So that's important. And
I would say, I guess that would be like what separates people, right? From like just putting on clothes and like actually trying to make an outfit, like you're accessorizing and like, what you got on your wrist, what you have on around your neck, what I'm saying? The kind of socks you have on, what I'm saying? Like that's very important, right? So again, I just want to give you a hand clap for doing that around here. Not, like I said, it's other Lamborghinis around here, obviously, but it's like, I just want to, me personally say, I love what you got going on. It's an amazing brand. You guys should shop with her right now. Stop what you're doing. I tell y'all this every interview, but stop right now. Just pause it. Don't stop it all the way. Just pause it. Swipe back up and go to Instagram, right? Give me your Instagram name real quick, Jameelah, please.
Set the Pace.
Right. You go to Set the Pace. You click the link in the bio.
Because it's in there.
It's in there. Take my shades off. Say no. You click that link in that bio. You click what you like. You click your size, and then you can double that quantity up a little bit. You get your few up. You go to that cart. You put your card number in there. You check out, and then you come back. And you should be back right here. All right. So put my shades back on. I just want to make sure we get this bit. It's Christmas time coming. You know what I'm saying?
Get those gifts.
Get those gifts.
Get yourself a gift.
Get yourself something.
Honor yourself.
Get your granddaddy something. Your mama something. You got kid clothes?
I mean, it depends how big they are.
If you got big babies, get your big baby one of these shirts. You know what I'm saying? If your grandma got a wagon, get her some pants.
Get her some sweatpants. There's plenty of room for that wagon.
Plenty of room for the wagon, and they real comfortable. Yeah. You know what I mean? They durable too, just in case granddaddy want to stop by. But now listen, Jameelah. Appreciate you so much for sitting down with us and inviting us here. Yeah. Again, y'all gonna see this young lady act and do some amazing things here in the near future. We're ready to announce that here soon. Yes. But right now, we try to set the pace. And look, if you could zoom in on me. sometimes to win the race, you got to set the pace. And sometimes if you talk to cops the wrong way, they may spray mace.
This is true.
And sometimes she got a wig on that might not be